All right, so apparently I have never made this. Let me get this out of the way. I have never made a video about Attack on Titan, which is kind of like weird because I thought I did, and I've done like a decent amount of videos so far, and like I never talked about Attack on Titan, even though that is one of my favorite anime. I think I mentioned it like briefly before, and like some of my other videos, but that it was never actually like the main topic of like any of my videos, which is crazy because I like talked about Black Clover, I didn't talk about Jujutsu Kaisen, all this other extra stuff, all animes that I watch. Some of them I haven't talked about though, but I'm not gonna like spend too much time talking about that. I want to talk about Attack on Titan. So originally I started watching Attack on Titan like some time ago, just because my cousin told me about it. He's like, yo doc, this is like super dope, this is really good, like you need to check it out. And like I did, like okay, I trust what you're talking about, I'm gonna check this anime out, hopefully it's like pretty good and stuff like that. I already know I like hardcore shonen and stuff. Some anime he suggested me I don't like I think he liked Food Wars, I didn't like that, and Gurren Lagann, I didn't like that either. But Attack on Titan, he suggested, and I really did like that one. Aaron Yeager, like I went so far as to like my old PlayStation Network name was Armin Yeager, just because like I loved Armin and Aaron, like they were just super dope. And eventually, I think it was like after season 1, I started reading the manga because like I had a friend that like was into it too, and like he kept on just like, yo dog, you need to read the manga, you need to read the manga. And like he's like a super fanatic when it comes to manga. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and read the manga. And I was just like breezing through them, and eventually I got to a point where like I completely caught up on it. It was no anime anymore, then like it was no mangas or anything like that. So like Attack on Titan for me just stopped for a long time, just like literally just stopped. And then eventually like I resumed, like recently actually I resumed, and I started watching Attack on Titan pretty much where I left off on the from the manga, and I just caught up from like I started from that point and then I started watching the anime, but where I left off in the manga, like if it makes sense, like you understand. And it's really good. Like it's really good. It was what I was waiting for. I actually remember some stuff from like when Zeke, he was destroying the scouts and stuff like that, and the leader of the scouts got destroyed and most of the scouts got wiped out. They finally made it to Aaron's house, managed to get to his his dad's study, and they found like these 3 books. They haven't really talked about those 3 books yet, now that I think about it. I wonder what's in those books. I might have to go back and read the manga to see what's going on, because this is the last season of Attack on Titan. Maybe I could just wait. I don't know. I don't even know like if they're going to continue it on the manga or anything like that. But if they are, like, I rediscovered my love for Attack on Titan because Armin is still my guy. I'm glad that he became a Titan, but I'm sad at the same time because, oh my goodness, I just this always like pops up in my head. I love the way they changed Armin so much. Like, dude, I hated his hairstyle before. Like, it was ugly, it was horrible. Like, Aaron and everybody was just like, Mikasa looked cool, Levi looked cool, and everybody, but Aaron and Armin, they just had these little bowl cuts and stuff. It was ugly. And then like in this new season, they switched it up. They gave Armin the little fade joint, and I was like, who is that? Like, I didn't even know who he was at first when I started seeing pictures and stuff like that on it. And dude, he's still Armin. Armin is still Armin, but they made him look 10 times cooler, and he is the Colossal Titan. And the Colossal Titan is the Colossal Titan. It's not a combat Titan. It doesn't do all the running around and fighting and stuff like that. The main thing it does is just kind of like stand there. Really, it doesn't barely even walk, but it does give off a lot of like heat pressure and can destroy a lot just off of just like appearing, because it's so massive. So their plan and everything is working from what Aaron had came up with. But apparently Aaron had came up with a plan or something like that that didn't exactly, like, I don't know, go along with what they was expecting, maybe. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, because when Aaron and Falco was like doing their thing, you know, they was talking and stuff. I didn't even know that was Aaron. He just looked like some random, you know, Eldian that was probably in like a war or something like that and got injured, and, you know, just was talking to Falco and stuff, and just was like, you know, this is a cool kid, and talk to him and stuff like that. I'm a, you know, war hero or something. I'm all banged up. I'm a veteran. There's nothing I could do. You know, like the typical, you know, sort of thing that I guess you would normally see. But that didn't end up being the case. It turns out that was Aaron, you know, just with longer hair, and he had a whole plan. But what I want to know is, this thing with Zeke is like really confusing to me, because if Zeke, I remember a long time ago they had the Cargo Titan rescued Zeke from when he was getting destroyed by Levi. When they went and attacked the scouts and stuff like that, completely obliterated the scouts, destroying them, everything. I don't know. I get so like emotional when I start talking about Attack on Titan. It's such a good anime, but it's so sad and destructive and then, like, you know, honorable. It's just the best anime ever. It's so good. I don't know why I haven't talked about it yet, but Zeke had his hand like this, boom, destroying the scouts, like, oh my goodness. And it's like, he was talking about how he wanted to meet up with Aaron. He was going to pretty much like talk to Aaron and stuff like that. You know, it makes sense. Like, maybe he found out that he was like, he had royal blood. Maybe he found out that, you know, he had a brother and stuff like that. But like, you know, why would he do what he did when he was a kid and betray his dad like that? His dad was lucky to even survive in the first place, because everybody else that was with him got turned into a Titan, including his wife, which is nuts. But he was the lone survivor, and I forgot the dude that, you know, saved him and stuff like that, but pretty much he was a Titan, and like his dad had to take over that Titan, and then, you know, Aaron took over the Attack Titan. Essentially, Attack Titan, I think that's the name of the anime too, Shingeki no Kyojin. I believe it's called Attack Titan, because I heard them say it in the anime. They didn't say Attack on Titan. They say Attack Titan, because that's the Titan that they have. But what I mean is, if Zeke planned on rendezvousing with Aaron to begin with, to, you know, stage this whole coup, I guess you would call it, to save the Marlians, their people and stuff like that, because we learned from one of the head families, or I should probably say the head family in general. I forgot the name of it. I mentioned it before, because I caught up on all the episodes and stuff, but I can't believe I forgot the name of the family. They have the Warhammer Titan, but Aaron just recently took that Titan. So Aaron now has the Attack Titan, the Warhammer Titan, and he has the Founding Titan, which is like pretty dope. I wonder how many years Aaron have. But if Zeke and them planned on staging the coup and everything, rendezvousing with Aaron and Levi and everybody, and then, like, you know, trying to like help the Marlians, and not the Marlians, but the Eldians and stuff like that, why would they destroy their own people like that? Like, he literally was like destroying them constantly. Like, he was destroying them, and now he want to work with them. It's like, it's so weird and backwards and stuff. And then, like, I watched the most recent episode with Gabby and Falco was locked up. The other Eldians that was like following after like Zeke and stuff like that. Something happened recently. I can't put my finger on it, but something recently happened. But now like Levi and all them is pretty much like turning their guns and stuff like that towards them, even though they was helping them. But it's some real big, like, significant meaning for why they're doing that. Like, I'm not 100% sure. I have to look into that some more, but I don't think they're actually betraying them or anything like that. I think they're just worried about something. I seen Levi take Zeke to the forest and stuff like that. I guess he's going to be like locked up there or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but Aaron looks horrible right now. Ever since like this whole situation with them getting to leaving Paradise Island and going to where like the Marlians and all this other civilization and everything is, Aaron's just been pretty much depressed and stuff this whole time. They had to kill a lot of people. Armin had to kill a lot of people. Mikasa is Mikasa. She's an Ackerman. It's nothing really to worry about there. She's just always going to be like for Aaron and Armin and stuff like that. So to be honest, I'm just pressed to see what's going to happen next, because last week's episode did not do us an insane amount of justice like the episode before that one. They didn't really talk about too much. They kind of just talked about how Sasha died, and like the other group of like Eldians. I don't know if like it's a mixture of Marlians and Eldians at Paradise Island now, but the guy that used to cook for her and stuff like that, how he liked her and stuff, and now she's dead, and they had the funeral thing and all this other extra stuff. But everybody that's on the island, they're gonna have to like learn to get along with each other, because that's just how it is now. Like even though like they've been over there with like the Marlians and stuff like that for such a long time, but I'm just pressed to see what's gonna happen now that Eren has all those Titans, and they know how to get I want to see what's going to happen to the female Titan, because now Eren knows that in order to break that crystallization, all he needs is the Jaw Titan. The Jaw Titan is the only Titan that can break that crystallization. This is getting good. And Armin was just recently talking to Annie. He was just recently talking to her while she's in her crystallized form. So, power is coming back to the Eldians. And, who's to say, like, Annie might be coming out of that crystallization soon.